Hello, it's me Muhammad Osman from Mr. Tablet. When I was a student of A-level, I used to struggle with naming of organic compounds, but now I have cleared my concept and I thought to make a video series so that I can make you people understand better. So actually naming organic compounds is very easy if we know 4 rules, rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, and rule number 4. Today we are gonna see naming alkane. Before coming to the rule, I want to show you the alkyl groups we have. We have methyl group, which is CH3. We have ethyl group, which is CH3, CH2. We have propyl group, which is CH3, CH2, CH2, and it follows on. So let's come to rule number 1. The rule number 1 tells we need to first identify the longest continuous chain. We need to first identify the longest continuous chain. So let's look into this compound. Now this compound and this compound are the same. I have drawn this twice. Why? I'll show that later. But for the timing, let's focus on this one. Both of them are same actually. This compound and this compound. Both of them are same. Alright. So we need to find the longest chain first. So definitely this is the longest chain. It contains 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, 4 carbon, and 5 carbon. So definitely this is the longest chain we have. Rule number 2 is identify the parent compound. Now if you see this compound, it only contains single bond. So definitely it is an alkane. If it contained double bond, it would have been alkane. If it contained COOH group, it would have been carboxylic acid. If it contained OH group, then it would have been alcohol. So as it contains only single bond, it is definitely alkene. Now rule number 3 is identify the substituent groups. Now in this compound we have 3 substituent group. We have here one, which is CH3 methyl group. We have another substituent group over here, which is also a methyl group. We have another substituent group over here, which is also a methyl group. So in total we have 3 substituent groups and 3 of them are methyl. Now rule number 3 says us another thing. Number the substituent groups in such a way that the summation of the positions of these substituent groups come to the lowest. So it says summation of the positions of the substituent groups come to the lowest. Now I know this line is a bit tricky, so I will explain this. Before that, let's number the longest chain. Let's number this carbon as 1, this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, this carbon as 4, and this carbon as 5. In this case, this methyl group gets position 2, this methyl group also gets position 2. So 2 plus 2. And this methyl group gets position 4. So if we sum them or add them up, we get 2 plus 2. So we have 2 plus 2 plus 4, position 2, both of this methyl group, and this methyl group is at position 4. So 2 plus 2 plus 4, our value comes 8. Or we could start numbering from here as well. So we could number this carbon as 1, this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, this carbon as 4, and this carbon as 5. In that case, this methyl group or this substituent group would get position 2, so 2 plus, and these 2 methyl groups would get position 4, 4 plus 4, which would be 10. Now, if you see, the rule tells us summation of the positions of these substituent groups should come to the lowest. Now, definitely, in 8 and 10, 8 is the lowest. So we need to start counting from here. We need to consider this carbon as 1, this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, this carbon as 4, and this carbon as 5. Only then our naming will be alright, because it says that the summation of the positions of these substituent groups should come to the lowest. Only if we start counting from the left side, then the summation comes to the lowest. We have another rule, rule number 4, which tells write the names of the substituent groups following the alphabetical order as prefix before the name of the parent alkane. Now in this compound, we don't need to follow the alphabetical order because all these substituent groups are methyl. The name starts with M. So let's name this compound. So the name of this compound is gonna be, we need to put the substituent group first. So we have two methyl groups at position 2. So it's gonna be 2, 2. We have our third substituent group, which is also a methyl group, at position 4. So 2, 2, 4. Always remember to put a hyphen between a number and a word in naming of organic compounds. So 2, 2, 4, trimethyl. Why trimethyl? Because we have 3 methyl groups. All right, that's why trimethyl. And don't forget to put this hyphen between a number and a word while naming organic compounds. 2, 2, 4, trimethyl, and the longest chain contains 5 carbon. So definitely 2, 2, 4, trimethyl pentane. All right, now this compound and this compound are the same. Now why I have drawn this twice? Because to show that we could also consider this one as the longest chain, but there wouldn't be any difference. The name would come the same. How? The name would have eventually come the same. Like if we number this carbon as 1, this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, this carbon as 4, and this carbon as 5. So this 2 methyl group would get position 2 then. So like 2, 2 again. And this methyl group would get position 4. So 4, and definitely there are trimethyl, 3 methyl groups, and the longest chain contains 5 carbon. So it would have been 2, 2, 4 trimethyl pentane. So it doesn't matter. I start considering this as longest chain or considering longest chain in this way, the name would have been the same. Now we have 2 more examples. Let's look into this compound. Rule number 1 we will follow. We will find the longest chain. Rule number 2, we need to identify the parent compound. Now definitely the parent compound is alkane because over here we just have single bonds. Identify the substituent groups. Now over here we have 2 methyl groups, over one here, and this one is a ethyl group because CH3CH2 is ethyl group. So this is ethyl group, and these 2 are my methyl group. All right, okay, and E always comes first in alphabetical order, as we know. Now write the names of the substituent groups following the alphabetical order. Before naming, let's position them. Let's consider this carbon as 1, this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, this carbon as 4, this carbon as 5. If we number in this way, then these 2 methyl groups get position 2 plus 2, and this ethyl group gets position 3, which comes 7. Or we could have considered this carbon as 1, this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, this carbon as 4, this carbon as 5. In that case, this ethyl group would get position 3, and these 2 methyl groups would get position 4 and 4, which would give 11. But remember, we need to have the lowest, so this one gives us the lowest. So definitely we will start counting from here, considering this carbon as 1, and this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, this carbon as 4, and this carbon as 5. Now let's name the compound. So the name of the compound stands as, now the ethyl group is at position 3. So 3 ethyl, don't forget to put the hyphen between a number and a word while naming organic compounds. 3 ethyl 2, 2, because this methyl group and this methyl group is at position 2. 2, 2 dimethyl, because there are 2 methyl groups, and the longest chain contains 5 carbon. The longest chain is this one, which contains 5 carbon. So it's going to be 3 hyphen ethyl hyphen 2, 2 dimethyl pentane. All right, now we have another compound over here. Let's find the longest chain first. This is the longest chain. Definitely this is an alkane. Only single bonds are present. So this has to be alkane. Substituent group. We have two substituent group over here. We have amino. NH2 is amino group. Always remember. And we have a chloro group. Cl is my chloro group. Now definitely A comes first in alphabetical order, like A, B, C. A comes first, then chlorine. Then we have to write the name of the compound. Let's position them. Let's consider this carbon as 1, this carbon as 2, this carbon as 3, and this carbon as 4. Now let's name this compound. I'm naming it here. So the name of this compound stands as 2-amino, because A comes first in alphabetical order. That's why we are writing amino before chloro, because C comes later. 2-amino, and chlorine is at position 3. Don't forget to put this hyphen. All right, don't forget to put this hyphen. So 2-amino-3 chloro, and the longest chain contains 4 carbon. So chlorobutane. So the name of this compound stands as 2-amino-3-chlorobutane. Now I hope I have made you people understood. It's clear to you. Please watch the next video on naming alkane, carboxylic acid, followed by that, and alcohol as well. I hope your basics and your concept will get clear if you even watch the next videos. And if you don't understand any point, please write in the comment. I will be honored to answer your confusions and your questions. So that's all for the day. Thank you all. Hope to see you people in my next video. Thank you so much.